Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Giles Palmer. I'm a photographer and videographer based in Prince George, British Columbia. Today we're going to have a quick look at a most recent acquisition of mine, which is a Canon R5 body only. Now this comes in an awesome black box, as you can see right here, with the branding on it, and we're going to have a quick look at the Canon R5. Now the R5 is one of my favorite cameras. It is an absolute workhorse. It can do a number of different frame rates of video. It can also do amazing photography. It withstands the cold really well. It does overheat a little bit, but they are releasing software updates to help with that. And yeah, let's just get into it. Let's have a look at what's inside this box. So I'm going to have a quick open this top lid. And inside we have a warranty information. We have Canon's app that allows you to control the camera from your phone, which is awesome, by the way. There is an instruction manual, really good if you get stuck on a particular setting or you don't know how to do things. We have the Canon LCE6 battery charger with the built-in North American prongs. Fantastic. Multiples of these. It's always good to bring one with you when you're on a shoot, especially if you're doing video, and you can rotate through batteries and make sure there's always at least one charging. I know I've lost batteries and chargers from doing this, but I always seem to get them back, so it's always handy. Let's have a look. We have a USB-C to USB-C cable with a clamp in there. Always handy to have more of those. The camera can be used as a card reader if you're trying to pull data off the camera and you don't have any card reader or anything like that. Here we have the Canon LPE6NH. I believe that's what it is. Let's do that from memory. LPE6NH. This is the updated version of the LPE6 battery that they've been using for the last 10 years or so. I know I had it. Battery they've been using for the last 10 years or so. I know I had it in my Canon 5D Mark II, my Canon 70 used it, I use it in my R6 and I use it in my R5. So I now have a bunch of these batteries, and let me tell you, if you're doing video, they can go through a lot of batteries very quickly. Always good to have a bunch of these. Now we have the neck strap. Now I'm not a big fan of neck straps. I find that it's quite flashy. It tells someone that you might not know on the street or walking through a city or walking anywhere with this camera strap around your neck. It tells the other person, hey, that person has a nice camera. It looks like they might have spent some money on it. And I think, oh, that's an R5. If I know cameras, that's an expensive camera. So I tend not to use them. I also don't really like the weight around my neck. They were good in certain situations, but I honestly don't use them at all. I keep them bagged up. I tend to use a Holdfast Moneymaker with dual strap, especially when I'm shooting weddings and I have needing two cameras. And I also have the Black Rapid dual strap for when I need to be a little bit more low profile. The Moneymaker clinks a little bit and makes me feel like a horse because it's pure leather and metal clinky bits, but enough on that today. Take off that top layer. And then we have the camera itself. And I'm going to put this box down. So the Canon R5 has been out for a number of years now, and it's no secret that this camera shoots 8K, it shoots 4K, it shoots 120 frames per second, and it is an absolute workhorse of a camera. I had the opportunity recently to take this camera to the mountains above Barkerville in British Columbia to do some sledding photography for a local company, and let me tell you, it dealt with the cold fantastically. I think I only went through 3 batteries in the entire day, but that was perfect. We had on-site training, we then had parking lot training going through the manual, and then I was able to capture a lot of video and photography in the mountains themselves, and it was fantastic. I loved every second of it. This camera obviously does not come with a lens in the box. Canon wants you to be able to purchase your own lens to do with whatever you wish. So I have one right here. I have the Canon 15-35 f2.8 L series lens, an absolute giant lens, but it is so clean, it is so fantastic. I use this for my real estate, I use it for talking heads, especially if I'm doing something with a teleprompter. I also purchased some filters for it from Polar Pro, and as you can see on top here, I have the Polar Pro cap, which is a hard plastic cap surrounded by a rubberized material. And it just pops on and off right there, and this thing is absolutely fantastic. It is bulletproof with this thing on it. Pop that back on there, keep the dust off the lens, keep my fingerprints off of it. Now I'm going to put that camera lens on here, and if we have a look under here, now the camera is off, there is no battery inside. If we pop the lens cover off here, you can see that the mechanical shutter gate, if you were, is down. Now this comes down when the camera turns off to protect the shutter sensor from getting any dust or fingerprints or foreign material that might scratch it. Replacing a sensor is very expensive, and it's something that you do not want to mess around with. There are sensor cleaning products out there, and I've had to do it a couple times with my older cameras, but if you're careful and you take care of your equipment, you can get blowers and things so you don't ever have to touch the lens. I thoroughly recommend those. I have a rocket blower behind me in my tool bench here. So I'm going to pop this lens on before we talk any more. As you can see, the lens matches up to the red line there. Such a satisfying noise when that clicks, and you know it's safe, you know it's secure, and that's not coming off, that's not going anywhere. Battery goes into the bottom case down here. Now you can purchase separately battery grips, they're called, and that will take 2 of these LPE6NH batteries or earlier batteries. I don't have one of those, I just use these batteries. Alright, we also have a tiltable screen on the back of the camera, and that will allow you to view it from any angle. If you wanted to do a vlog, you can have it facing you in such a way. I also like it to be shooting on low angles. I can tilt the lens up to me, or if I'm shooting above someone's heads, I can tilt the lens down, I can hold it above my head. It's absolutely fantastic for that type of functionality. And then you can just leave it plugged in like that, and you can look at it as if you can just fold it back into the camera and use it as if it didn't tilt. It's a fantastic little screen. It's fully touch sensitive, and that's about all we're going to get into. We're not going to get into any settings or anything right now for the Canon R5. That is the unboxing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you got something out of this, and now you know if you're missing something from your Canon R5. Perhaps I'm missing something. I don't think so. This came completely unopened. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this content today. If you do, please give me a subscribe. Like this video, it does really help my channel grow. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.